Well, Mr. Anchorman, you can take your new clothes and your fancy car and your bullshit stories.
The presentation speaks for itself.
Oh, why, thank you.
I am not your tragedy. Lisa, I thought that she was just controlling you, but she's been controlling me too.
Listen, Missy, I'm a lawyer. I could snap your neck like a twig and then sue your father for bruised hands.
Cooking is my passion, and I put a lot of love into it. That look good!
Do you have children? With this body? I don't think so.
Imagine you're half asleep, thumb on autopilot, when your feed suddenly shouts the one name you tucked away after disappearing acts. Screens brighten, tea spills, and every headline chants Lisa Arrindell's latest news, like the world's Wi-Fi depends on it. You stare, scrolling faster, because apparently she just made a courtroom move so slick it left 3 studio lawyers Googling her resume. Word as she weaponized a 30-year-old Shakespeare quote to freeze producer who tried shaving her residuals, then strolled out with a raise big enough to fund a scholarship. And that's only page 1. She also slapped a streamer with a deep fake ban, patented a dance shoe insert between takes, and FaceTimed her kids from set while inking a patent clause that keeps every dollar in the family. The internet can't stop replaying her side-eye as she hands over receipts. The coffee hasn't even kicked in, yet you're wide awake wondering, how many comebacks can one woman weaponize? The answer is all of them, and they're all verified. Lisa Arrindell Scandal Update is more than a headline. It's a live heist movie with signed affidavits. So pull up a chair. We're tossing glitter on the grind that turns contracts into cliffhangers and custody clauses into cliff dives. The internet claims she marched into negotiations alone, left with a fresh series order, and still had time to FaceTime her kids before bedtime. Crazy? Maybe. Verified? Absolutely. So if you think Hollywood comebacks follow polite scripts, brace yourself. This saga is about contracts, custody, and choreography colliding in the most binge-worthy way you'll hear tonight. Let's rewind before the legal fireworks. Lisa Arrindell was born in the Bronx on March 24, 1969, sandwiched between an Aruban father and Dominican mother, who'd once had her own dance dream crushed by church rules. When the family moved to Brooklyn, the living room couch got pushed aside for pirouettes, and 6-year-old Lisa would trade candy money for tap shoes at the thrift store. By 12, she was commuting to Alvin Ailey on 2 trains, lunchbox in hand, still racing home for homework. The High School of Performing Arts sharpened her monologue game, and Juilliard sealed her rise with a full scholarship she guarded like state secrets. Perfect grades, 0 late arrivals. Graduation in 1991 sent her straight onto Disney's One Good Cop set, where a rookie contract capped residuals at pennies. She hired counsel before the first slate, renegotiated, and doubled the back end. Clockers living large, and NBC's in the house followed, stacking union checks while she spent night breaks studying landmark entertainment law opinions in the green room. Life looked golden, but 1993 brought a twist. She married globetrotting photojournalist Basil Anderson. Their prenup was 5050 on paper, but pegged earnings to a sliding scale that later exploded like faulty pyrotechnics. 2 kids, a joint production company, and a Brooklyn brownstone raised the stakes until cracks showed in 2015. Irreconcilable differences hit the Kings County Supreme Court docket, sparking a 3-year divorce that cost more than some indie film budgets. While legal briefs flew, she kept cameras rolling, Big Mama's House 2, Medea's Family Reunion, guest shots on the practice, and filed every pay stub with the court for brutal transparency. By July 2018, the decree landed. Joint legal custody, primary physical custody to Lisa, residual secured, and ownership of the Juilliard journal she turned into actor workshops. That paperwork victory anchors Lisa Arrindell's Scandal Update, because it proves her success isn't luck, it's contract literacy fused with unbreakable discipline. Right after the ink dried, she took the kids on a victory walk down Flatbush Avenue. Passing the church where her mother once danced in secret, she paused, pointed at a locked side door, and promised her son and daughter that every door can open if you know the hinge. That same week, she filed a trademark for her initials on rehearsal gear, shielding it from marital assets. Netflix later audited old sitcom numbers, owed her a 5-figure check, and she funneled it straight into a $529 college plan. The back pay also bought time in a rented studio where she drafted the curriculum for her first legal literacy masterclass for young performers. That history fuels the magnetism behind Lisa Arrindell's latest news, because audiences love a comeback, but gatekeepers respect a ledger. Let's rewind before the legal fireworks. Lisa Arrindell was born in the Bronx on March 24, 1969, sandwiched between an Aruban father and Dominican mother, who'd once had her own dance dream crushed by church rules. When the family moved to Brooklyn, the living room couch got pushed aside for pirouettes, and 6-year-old Lisa would trade candy money for tap shoes at the thrift store. By 12, she was commuting to Albanelli on 2 trains, lunchbox in hand, still racing home for homework. The High School of Performing Arts sharpened her monologue game, and Juilliard sealed her rise with a full scholarship she guarded like state secrets. Perfect grades, 0 late arrivals. Graduation in 1991 sent her straight onto Disney's One Good Cop set, where a rookie contract capped residuals at pennies. She hired counsel before the first slate, renegotiated, and doubled the back end. Clockers living large, and NBC's and House followed, stacking union checks while she spent night breaks studying landmark entertainment law opinions in the green room. Life looked golden, but 1993 brought a twist. She married globetrotting photojournalist Basil Anderson. Their prenup was 5050 on paper, but pegged earnings to a sliding scale that later exploded like faulty pyrotechnics. 2 kids, a joint production company, and a Brooklyn brownstone raised the stakes until cracks showed in 2015. Irreconcilable differences hit the Kings County Supreme Court docket, sparking a 3-year divorce that cost more than some indie film budgets. While legal briefs flew, she kept cameras rolling, Big Mama's House 2, Medea's Family Reunion, guest shots on the practice, and filed every pay stub with the court for brutal transparency. By July 2018, the decree landed. Joint legal custody, primary physical custody to Lisa, residual secured, and ownership of the Juilliard journal she turned into actor workshops. That paperwork victory anchors Lisa Arrindell's scandal update, because it proves her success isn't luck. It's contract literacy fused with unbreakable discipline. Right after the ink dried, she took the kids on a victory walk down Flatbush Avenue. Passing the church where her mother once danced in secret, she paused, pointed a locked side door, and promised her son and daughter that every door can open if you know the hinge. That same week, she filed a trademark for her initials on rehearsal gear, shielding it from marital assets. Netflix later audited old sitcom numbers, owed her a 5-figure check, and she funneled it straight into a $529 college plan. The back pay also bought time in a rented studio where she drafted the curriculum for her first legal literacy masterclass for young performers. That history fuels the magnetism behind Lisa Arrindell's latest news, because audiences love a comeback, but gatekeepers respect a ledger. Fast forward to the day the divorce dust settled and the true chess game began. Armed with color-coded binders and a laptop that ran nothing but Excel and Final Draft, Lisa Arrindell walked into mediation rooms like they were dress rehearsals. Opposing counsel expected tears. She opened with line items. Exact earnings from every In the House episode were cross-checked against guild logs, revealing several underreported international airings. Accountants muttered, "We'll cut a back check," and slid across 6 figures, money that bankrolled free acting classes for public school teens, confirmed by nonprofit filings. Next came the Tyler Perry standoff. Everyone still quotes. On the Medea's Family Reunion set, Perry wanted raw ease. Lisa delivered Shakespeare-sharp intensity. After the third take, he paused, said, "Stop acting, tell the truth." Cameras froze. She asked for playback, studied her eyeline overnight, returned with time-coded proof that her framing was perfect. Perry grinned and let her rewrite the monologue herself. Those lines made the final cut and taught her the golden rule. Challenge power, don't torch it. That rule saved her when a major streamer demanded indefinite rights to deepfake her likeness. She countered with a 1-year license plus a deepfake ban. Lawyers balked until she produced a constitutional scholar's opinion on biometric privacy. Deal closed. Now filed with the Writers Guild. Moments like this push Lisa Arrindell's latest news to the top of entertainment law blogs because they show how to weaponize paperwork against algorithmic overreach. Motherhood never left the calendar. Custody clauses required weekly check-ins, so she built shooting schedules around school breaks. When Apple TV hired her for 12 Angry Men and Women, she flew the kids to location on alternating weekends, notarized travel affidavits in her trailer, and uploaded them to the court portal. Night shoots doubled as speech practice for her daughter, who later won a citywide contest. Every mile left a breadcrumb in official files. Proof multitasking can be measurable. Back in New York, she turned auditing into a sport. Raw royalty statements from an old animated series hit her inbox. A pivot table revealed missing European payments. A tight demand letter netted $30,000 plus interest within 30 days. Money spent on mirrors for a childhood dance studio. Industry teams learned that if Lisa's on your call sheet, your accounting better be spotless. That vigilance earned her a seat on a network board reviewing residual workflows. Her boldest play unfolded on HBO's Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Early drafts downplayed the family's compensation fight. Lisa flagged the issue, met estate lawyers, pitched rewrites restoring truth, and insisted the approval memo be logged. The same ferocity surfaced when Fox Our Kind of People contract arrived with a morals clause based on rumors. She swapped it for evidence-based language. Fox conceded. and the clause now circulates in seminars. Her method: research, draft, notarize, archive. She's a licensed notary, still carries a seal. Financial wins kept rolling. She patented an adjustable shoe insert born from napkins stuffed into rehearsal heels during Saints and Sinners. Because the invention came post-decree, Basil Anderson has zero claim. Patent documents listing Lisa Arrindell as sole owner feed directly into Lisa Arrindell's scandal update for her next limited series, a backstage legal drama. Filming starts next month. Her likeness clause lets her cancel reruns if creatives drift. She built a scholarship pipeline by self-producing Cat on a hot tin roof and funneling ticket revenue into grants. Over 400 so far. Sunday cooking streams blend Dominican Reuben recipes with contract tips, turning comfort food into monetized mentorship. On air, she flashed a church deposit slip showing she tithes 10% of gross, not net. Receipts always accompany testimony. Spiritual backbone shapes every performance. Shooting the wrong man, she channeled courtroom fatigue from her custody battle, and critics felt it. Pre-audition ballet jumps check ankle alignment against floor tape, a ritual that centers her and reminds her art, like law, rests on balance. Stack these moves and the picture gets loud. Lisa Arrindell isn't touring talk shows a trend. She's laying down a legal playbook disguised as showbiz gossip. That's why Lisa Arrindell's scandal update pulls clicks from actors, accountants, and even judges. Every number has a docket twin. The next headline came from a delayed royalty check for a 1990s cameo. She tracked 19 foreign territories, discovered an error worth $17,800, filed small claims as leverage, and settled in a week. The win funded a 6-week finance boot camp for single parents. In that course, she revealed her sunset pivot. Merchandising rights revert after 10 years, unless royalties cross a ceiling. An attendee later used it to reclaim comic book art. On Saints and Sinners, a stylist tried reusing a dress. She quoted the wardrobe guarantee, bought herself, then auctioned it for $4,200 toward parole reform classes. Mid-pandemic, she launched Zoom Shakespeare readings that doubled as contract clinics, earning her the nickname Clause Queen. Each answer she posts includes receipt screenshots, spiking engagement. That's algorithm fuel 101. Suspense, reveal, proof. No wonder Lisa Arrindell's latest news trends across legal TikTok and Broadway Twitter. Last winter, she declined a biopic unless she had a final cut, then signed with a rival network that matched her terms, adding $250,000 to her 2024 income per SAG-AFTRA filings. Social savvy keeps momentum. A tweet asking, "What was the last contract you read line by line?" pulled 8,000 replies and doubled her follower count. Quiet nights find her trimming scripts from 43 to 41 minutes because data boosts completion rates. Dinner debates train her kids to guard sequel rights before dessert. A clerk recently confirmed all escrows current. She saved the email in a folder titled Proof of Peace. Her winter stage Peace Witnesses already sold out. Profit shared her kids' college funds with quarterly audits. Every safeguard loops back to her mantra: paper first, performance second. Fans, critics, and lawyers erupted when she live-streamed her deepfake victory. Comment threads filled with creators applauding a win they didn't know was possible. One animator wrote, "She just saved my face from being scanned for free." Entertainment sites dubbed her the patron saint of paperwork. The New York Bar Association invited her to keynote a digital rights symposium. Filming blocked the date, but they published her clause anyway. Some Hollywood veterans rolled their eyes, calling her sets uptight, until clean ledgers and smooth shoot days proved the opposite. The same skeptics now use her spreadsheet templates. The trailer for her upcoming legal drama hit 2 million views in 48 hours, beating shows with triple the ad spend. Memes show Lisa with her Clause Queen mug while Batman bows. Viewers tag friends asking, "Do you even read your rental agreement?" Reporters tried igniting a feud with Tyler Perry, only to find mutual praise. Conflict sells, but resolution keeps respect. Family court forums cite her custody strategy as a model. A pinned thread quotes paper before performance for new parents. Executives confess her negotiations set a new floor for digital likeness deals. And actors now demand the Arrindell clause. Teens on TikTok lip-sync her courtroom lines with royalty statements in the background. A fintech app wants her sponsorship, but she insists on a built-in legal glossary. Variety rewrote her label from supporting actress to multi-hyphenate mogul, and the article's share count proves the public agrees. In short, the echo chamber amplifies Lisa Arrindell's latest news, and the algorithm can't resist a story with receipts. Time for the behind-the-scenes nuggets people screenshot for trivia night. First, Lisa keeps every script in acid-free binders labeled with tiny barcodes, linking to cloud backups. Skin 1, jump straight to the writer PDF. Her laptop passwords are iambic pentameter lines, nods to Shakespeare and nightmares for hackers. She invented courtroom cardio, ballet jumps mixed with deposition drills, soon to be a fitness video. She became a certified notary to avoid rush fees during the divorce. The certificate hangs beside a framed rejection letter calling her lacking commercial charisma. The patent-pending shoe insert was born when she folded napkins into heels on saints and sinners. The USPTO timestamp matches the call sheet. Excel pivots get color-coded. Red for underpayments, blue for foreign sales, green for miracle money. Sunday supper runs like a board meeting. Menu sorted by spreadsheet, so dinner never collides with Zoom homework. She donates autographed costumes to parole reform auctions. Last year's gowns cleared $40,000. The Claus Queen mug was a gift from an actor who saved $15,000 using her advice. A pocket law library lives on her phone, statutes and annotated PDFs. Because Wi-Fi may fail, clauses may not. Every rehearsal room she rents includes a locked drawer labeled Faith, filled with gratitude lists, verses, and choreography sketches. She once negotiated console placements for her son on the condition educational games shipped with a bundle. Her template settlement resolved the student film's boom mic dispute in under 2 hours. Their rap party theme was paper before performance. Twice a year, she replaced a scuffed floor tape at her first dance studio out of pocket. An Instagram story of her smoothing tape hit 100,000 likes and added another layer to Lisa Arrindell's scandal update. Celebrity humility measured in inches of gaffer's tape. Bonus tidbit. She memorizes California labor code and rhyme and hasn't missed a line yet. Rumor says a rap version lands on TikTok once the series wraps. Each quirk fuels the engine behind Lisa Arrindell's latest news, proving mastery hides in tiny habits. So, where does all this leave you, me, and every creative hustler scrolling right now? Simple. Lisa Arrindell's latest news isn't just a comeback. It's a syllabus. Every contract win, custody clause, and patent line teaches that the paperwork we dread can become a jetpack. Lisa Arrindell stands proof that hustle without receipts is noise, and faith without frameworks is fragile. She guards her craft with spreadsheets, her kids with affidavits, and her future with clauses so tight they squeak. Lisa Arrindell's scandal update dares you to do the same. What's the one line you'll write into your next agreement before the ink dries? Which clause could rescue your savings 10 years from now? Drop that answer in the comments. Share the line, share the lesson, inspire the feed. Hey, like if you agree that receipts beat rumors, tap subscribe so you never miss the next proof pack deep dive, and forward this video to a friend who treats paperwork like background noise. The algorithm listens when facts talk, and together we can flood timelines with stories that teach, not just tease. Grab your pen, claim your clause, and rewrite your own legend.